Yeah.
Anyway, okay. What I would like to do is switch topics now and
Please.
bring you on to Fungus-Ease.
Ah, you know, this formula, I could kiss this on a daily basis. I first made this for myself. I was pretty much dying from the most horrible fungus infection. I had gone to a very disreputable dentist who I didn't know was disreputable. I got so sick. In fact, I was just reading Consumers, and I forget the name of the fungus that I got, but it's something that you get from dentists who are very disreputable that over give you antibiotics that they put in you while they're doing work on it. I needed some extensive dental work that I had let go for a while. So I got so sick from this. Consumers said that 250,000 people get this a year from, excuse me, 25,000 people get this a year from dentists, and 14,000 people die, and that was almost me. I was in bed, as my wife puts it, for about 2 weeks and couldn't get out. Goes back about 4 years now, I think. And yeah, without nasty side effects, trying to eliminate fungus, mold, and yeast. I like how you did that. I was so sick. I was dying, literally. I couldn't eat. Water was making me sick. I hadn't eaten much in days. Anything I had, if I could eat it on Monday, Tuesday made me sick as a dog. Water was making me bloat. I thought my life was over, and I had spent 2 weeks in bed just kind of ruminating on the end of my career and what to do. So I was lying there, and I went outside, and I could not find the beauty way anymore. I follow a number of different paths, and the beauty way is a Navajo way of saying the spirit of the world, and I had lost it. So I was sitting on the swing outside, garden swing, and just thinking, my life is over, what can I do? And so I prayed for a while, and I got an idea. Went into the lab, and I said, okay, we can easily eliminate fungus, but then you get die-off. And oh my God, the die-off. Die-off is when fungus, mold, and yeast begins to die. Unfortunately, what happens is the fungus, mold, or yeast that's left loves what's dying, and it begins to consume it. It then begins a resurgence. So you can take something to kill it off. I even tried allopathic medicines. That put me down in bed for 2 to 3 weeks right there also too. Not saying anything against it, but the point was that the die-off was more than my weakened body could take. And then I thought, hey, what if we can neutralize that? If we go to arthritis formula afterwards, I'll tell you a story about how I made the arthritis formula and what it's based on. Because what I did was I took some of the base of the arthritis formula, okay, with that I had made up. I took a fungus formula that we have. It's called black walnut combination. One day you'll have that there. We're going to release that actually for foot fungus. Incredible stuff. And I put them together. And what happened was, on the spot, I designed a formula that not only can beat that fungus, is it would neutralize the die-off in the system so you didn't get the effect of it. Yay. I took the formula, drank a lot of water, and within 3 days I could go back to work. Weak I was, but over a period of time I began to get my health back. Of course, I did some other things with that too. Literally, the formula saved my life. We sell more of that than anything. There's a clinic in DC that buys about 50 bottles of that every few weeks.
Yeah.
they they used to use a number of other things. In fact, you introduced us together, Martin, on
Yes.
that. And after trying our formula, we became their premier formula. So that actually, pretty much most of the time, is our best-selling formula. Now, importantly, if you're going to take this, oh, brilliant stuff, worked for me. Oh, thank you. What a lovely way to put that. If you're going to take it, though, you really need to eat an anti-fungus, anti-mold, and anti-yeast diet. One thing for patients that I tell them is, or ask, you got mold in your house. People go, I never have any mold. They check out and they get mold. So you have to check a number of things out on the side also with it. But otherwise, if you can do those things, this formula, wow, it does great things. And I am so grateful for this one, or I probably would not. In fact, I can tell you I wouldn't be sitting here anymore
Yeah.
for quite a long time.
So people who are advised to take this or use this would be the ones who encounter the mold in the houses, like the dank basements and dank houses and whatnot.
Possibly. Possibly, or maybe they met a terrible, disreputable dentist like I did that completely destroyed their immune system with ridiculous amounts of antibiotics and things.
Okay.
on it,
I have
or
heard
they
of
may have a
people.
yeast overgrowth.
I have heard of people suffering from the black mold.
Yeah,
Inhale it or something like that.
that happened to me also too. Is I ended up inhaling a bunch all during
Okay.
that time when I was weakening from the other thing.
Yeah, and I've heard of people suffering from aspergillus uh, infections.
Yeah. Now, again, with those things, you have to rebuild the digestive tract. So if folks are listening, and you're going to take this, I would really strongly suggest you talk to Martin about some really, really good high-end probiotics. I had to take those afterwards, too. So there's some things that can really help that. I'm sure Martin is extremely knowledgeable, has some of the best anywhere for those, from what I've heard about the gentleman. But otherwise, this has just been, for myself, literally a godsend. There's been a few of my formulas that have really helped me to, continue my life in the manner that I would like to.
Okay,
Coconut oil, there you go.
great.
Yeah.
And so the how to use it is simple, just
Half
twice a
an eye
day,
dropper
three
3
times a day.
times a day. Yes, and that should do it. Half an eye dropper 3 times a day. If you're really, really, really sick, I would suggest maybe you start off with a few drops, 2 or 3 times a day on that, to let it build up in your body in terms of slowly eradicating. If a person's body is really heavily inundated, embedded with a lot of fungus, mold, or yeast, you start at a slower basis. It can only handle so much of the die-off, and you don't want to push it. So if you've been sick for a long time, please start at a small dose of that and kind of build up. You can always ask Martin about it. He's really good.